Hi students, welcome back. We are going to talk about gas sensors in this video. So, gas sensors basically detects the variation in the concentration of toxic or non-toxic gases around the sensor. They are designed for specific gases. So they are going to convert that concentration into electrical signals and provide a digital as well as analog output. Digital output will be, let us say, one sensor is designed to detect the concentration of carbon monoxide, and if the concentration is above certain threshold, the digital output will say logic high, otherwise logic low. Analog output is going to tell the exact concentration. So here is what is happening inside the sensor. When you have the clean air, then all the free electrons are towards the boundary. Okay. But when you have the toxic gases around the sensor, those electrons are scattered inside the sensor, and that creates more mobility, and the electrical signals are generated. Higher the concentration, higher the currents that are generated. So there are sensors which are designed for specific gases. MQ is the sensor series. MQ2 is designed to detect or measure methane, butane, LPG and smoke. MQ3 for alcohol, ethanol and smoke. MQ4 for methane and CNG. MQ5 for natural gas and LPG. MQ6 for LPG and butane, and MQ7 for carbon monoxide. There are more sensors as well, and whenever you need them you can go and find the relevant sensor. So how do we connect? The pins on the gas sensor are connected in the following way. When you look at the gas sensor module, you will find there are 4 pins, but the module which is mounted on top is actually having 6 pins. Out of these 6 pins, 3 pins are connected to 5 volt or VCC. The remaining 3 pins, one of them is going to ground, one of them is going to give you analog data, and one is also connected to ground through a resistor. Now we are going to see some simple circuit using gas sensors on Tinkercad. So we have the circuit ready. Let us first check the connections. Gas sensor which is given in the library, you can search it by typing gas. It's a 6 terminal sensor, not the 4 pin sensor, but you can map those 6 pins as we had shown you in the pin diagram. So on the right side, A, H and B, all three are going to 5 volt or VCC. B2 is going to ground with a resistor of 10 kilo ohm or 5 kilo ohm, somewhere around that range is fine. Central pin is going to ground, and the leftmost pin will go to one of the analog pins. So here we have connected to A0. We can keep it of any color that we want. Now to detect the output, we have taken one buzzer at pin number 4, and it is connected to the positive of the buzzer and negative is connected to the ground. Now coming to the code, here we are using some more coding styles. I am saying I am defining an integer called buzzer whose value is 4, another sensor whose value is A0, and sensor threshold I am setting as 400. In our setup function, we are setting up the pin modes for buzzer, means pin number 4 as output, A0 as input, and we are beginning the serial communication also. In the loop function, we are saying analog value is analog read of sensor. Sensor is basically A0. So you could have written A0 directly. Now I am printing the value of gas sensor concentration, and then we are saying if this analog value is greater than certain threshold which we are setting at 400, then digital write buzzer as high, otherwise digital write buzzer at low. and keep printing something on the serial monitor every time. So let us start the simulation. As we start the simulation here, we will monitor the serial monitor also. So the concentration of gas is 357. How do we change it in the simulation environment? Click on the sensor and you can see there is a cloud of gas here. This cloud, if you move away from the sensor, the values will decrease. And if you bring it closer, these values will increase. And if I bring it further closer, so now you could see as soon as I crossed the limit of 400, the buzzer was buzzing. So gas sensor can be used for detecting different gases. The connections and operation will be same. Only difference will be that one particular sensor is designed for one or two different gases only. So gas sensor was a very useful sensor. In the next video, we will talk about one more interesting sensor called PIR. Thank you.